Morning students. Now we have completed examples. Now we'll start exercise 13.2. Before starting that, I want to share something with you that we already read when A and B are independent. P of A intersection B will be P of A into P of B. This formula is very famous formula. You know it now. Before starting any question, I tell you one thing. When A and B are independent, then keep remember the sentence A and B not B and sorry A not and B and A not and B not all are independent. That's very important sentence we have seen right now. When A and B are independent, if this is given, it means that P of A intersection B not A and B not, A not and B and A not B not all are independent. If A and B are independent and you are told to find P of A intersection B not, you don't worry about that because A and B are independent event, then A and B not also independent event, and when two events are independent, intersection will be written into like that. If you are told to find B intersection A naught and A and B are independent, one can write P of B into P of not A. You don't worry about that. Suppose you are told to find A naught intersection B naught, what you will do? What you will do? You can write P of A naught into P of B naught. Why? Because A and B are independent. So keep remember this valuable sentence. Now I can go on some exercise question. So I'll start with the question number 7, which looks little bit good. Question number 7. Given that P of A is equal to half, P of B is equal to P of A into union B is equal to 3 by 5. Find the P first if A and B are mutually exclusive. Second, A and B are independent. So I tell you one thing, I think that you remember the word mutually exclusive. I think you remember the word mutually exclusive, that the meaning when A intersection B is 5, A and B are called mutually exclusive, and we are given some data here. We want to find the value of P and A and B are mutually exclusive, and I write here something. When A and B are mutually exclusive event, A intersection B is equal to 5, or P of A intersection B is equal to 0, meaning N of A intersection B is equal to 0, P of A intersection B also will be 0. I say something that P of A union B, which you know the formula, P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. I say that A intersection B gonna 0, this will not be written. Don't get confused, otherwise you will write P of A union B equal to P of A into something like it is a formula of class 11th. P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B, but it is 0 because A and B are mutually exclusive. So only will use formula this one, P of A union B equal to 3 by 5, P of A equal to 1 by 2 plus P. You can find P is equal to 3 by 5 minus 1 by 2 and get your answer. First thing. Second, when A and B are independent, this is simple. Hope you remember that P of A union B is equal to, what is the answer? Forget 1 minus P of A, P of B. Have you seen in the last lecture I taught in last, P of A union B equal to 1 minus P of naught into P of naught B. When A and B are independent event, you use this formula. P of A union B is equal to 3 by 5. P of naught A is equal to, P of A equal to half, P of naught A is equal to 1 minus half, P of naught B equal to, P of B is equal to P of naught B equal to 1 minus P. Now you can find the value of P easily. 3 by 5 equal to 1 minus half is a half into, this is 1 minus P, like that. So what you will do? Do transfer 1 by 2 into 1 minus P is equal to 1 minus 3 by 5. 2 by 5. 1 by 2, 1 minus p. So 1 minus p equal to 4 by 5. 1 minus 4 by 5 equal to p. P equal to 1 by 5. That's a very simple thing. I don't think that it's gonna be tough for you, but the question was a bit good, so that I explained here. Keep remember, when mutually exclusive it was A intersection B is phi, but when A and B are independent, you will use this formula. Keep remember that. Okay, now the next question we have, question number we have a question number 8, but it's very easy question. When A and B are independent event, then what will happen? You know, P of A intersection B, which is P of A into P of B. P of A union B, you know formula, P of A union B equal to what will come? A union B is equal to, recently I taught 1 minus P of not A into not B. So it's very easy question. 8, I'm talking about 8th question. P of, interesting. What is P of A upon B? I tell you one thing, that when A and B are independent, the meaning of P of A into B is only P of A, because this nonsense. B is nonsense there. A and B are independent. So we can write P of A upon B is only P of A. P of A only. So no meaning of upon B, because A and B are independent. So P of, if B upon A asks, A and B are independent, it means P of B. That's its answer actually, which is given. So I don't think it's a tough one, guys. 8th one is very easy to you. Look at 9th, I'm sharing with you. Given that P of A is equal to 1 by 4, P of B is equal to 1 by 2, P of A intersection B is equal to 1 by 8. Find the value P of not A and not B. Try to understand the language. P of not A and not B. So what you will do, let me speak something very frankly. Look at here. P of A is 1 by 4. P of B is 1 by 2. Which is actually 1 by 4 into 1 by 2, 1 by 8. And 1 by 8 is P of A intersection B. What do you conclude? You remember something? P of A intersection B has come P of A into P of B, meaning A and B are independent. Look at, it was not given particularly in a question, not stated very well in a question, but we have obtained by our knowledge that P of A into P of B is coming P of A intersection B, meaning A and B are independent event. No, so I'll write something, solution. We want to find the value of this one, and I can find the answer within a second. Look at, I'll just write something here. P of A into P of B is coming P of A intersection B. It means A and B are independent. And if you remember that recently I taught you, when A and B are independent, A naught and B naught also independent. So if A and B are independent, one can write the formula P of A into P of B. So if it is for not P of not A intersection not B, I can write P of not A into P of not B, because A and B are independent. So A naught and B naught also independent. I'll write something. Therefore A naught and B naught are also independent. And when they're independent, I can give the answer very simple. P of not A intersection not B equal to P of not A into P of not B. I can break in multiplication, because A and B are independent. A naught and B naught also will be independent, as we already have seen. So P of not A is equal to 1 minus 1 by 4, and P of not B equal to 1 minus 1 by 2. You can do it now. I'm leaving the answer right here. It was so simple, it was. Okay. Now I'll move on the some other question. Look at question number 10, I'm telling you. Question number 10 is same question. Question 10 says, if P of A is half, P of B is 7 by 12, P of not A or not B. Try to understand the language. Or word is used, so union I am using here. A naught or B naught. Not A or not B. Okay, it's a 1 by 4 state whether A and B are independent. Can you catch the question? Lastly, what told? We have to show whether A and B are independent. And I taught you, when A and B are independent, what happened? P of A intersection B should equal to P of A into P of B. So I will find both. Look at, I tell you, P of A we have, P of B we have. I need P of A intersection B. Look at, from here I can get. Since we have P of A not union B not equal to 1 by 4, do you remember last year De Morgan law was used in our sets class 11th? A not union B not can be written A intersection B whole not. Do you know P of this is by De Morgan law in class 11th first chapter sets we studied that one. P of not how we can write not A intersection B 1 minus P of A intersection B is equal to 1 by 4. 1 minus 1 by 4 equal to P of A intersection B. So what is P of A intersection B we obtained? P of A intersection B we obtained 1 minus 1 by 4 3 by 4. This is the P of A intersection B we got it. And what is P of A into P of B also? P of A into P of B. Why I am finding? Because I have to show whether A and B are independent or not. So when P of A intersection B should equal to P of A into P of B, A and B will be independent. So P of A is equal to 1 by 2 into 7 by 12. So answer is 7 by 24. Sorry here, this and this are not equal since P of A intersection B is not coming equal. P of A into P of B. It means A and B are not independent. That is the solution of the question. So hope you got. Now let me rub this out. Now moving on to the next question. The next question is we have question number 11 is looking very easy. One can easily understand when two independent events, A and B are independent events. So I don't think it's a tough task. When A and B are independent, one should know that. First question is P of A intersection B. When A and B are independent without any special writing, I am telling you. When A and B are independent, first question asks P of A intersection B, which can be written P of A into P of B, because A and B are independent. Second question, A and not B. One should know when A and B are independent event. So A and B not also independent event. So you can write P of A into P of not B. Third question is, and P of A value is given, P of not B. You can write 1 minus P of B. Put a value of P of A and P of B and get answer. P of, third question is A or B. You know P of A or B. You know formula when A and B are independent. Union formula. Don't write the formula of class 11th, but write the formula of class 12th. When A and B are independent event. 1 minus P of not A and not B. This is the formula. Fourth one, neither A nor B. Try to understand, neither A nor B is expressed by this one. And I tell you that by De Morgan law you read it, sorry, but I tell you that A and B are independent events, so A naught and B naught also independent event. So you can write P of not A into P of not B. And P of naught is 1 minus P of A, 1 minus P of B, and get your answer. So it was so easy. If you have caught the concept, I don't think that you cannot do the questions. So easy it was. Okay, now I can do the question number 13 I want to do. Two balls are drawn at randomly with replacement. So with replacement meaning independent event. Two balls and the containing 10 black ball and 8 red ball. Okay, number of black balls 10, number of red balls 8. Let A, question says two balls are drawn with replacement one by one. Question first, both balls are red ball. What is the meaning of the thing? This is a box, 10 black ball, 8 red ball. Two balls are drawn one by one with replacement. Independence, the events are independent. So I can simply say that if you finding first question says both balls are red ball, first drawn is a red and second ball is a red and red. In this question particularly, I am not taking capital A and capital B as events. Capital R is red ball, capital B is a black ball. Now, what is the meaning of that? Red and red. So what is the meaning of that? You know events are independent with replacement. So when events are independent, both will come in multiplication. You know P of A intersection B equal to P of A into P of B. This is gonna be P of R into P of R. P of red ball 8 upon 18. P of red ball 8 upon 18. Why? With replacement. Ball will be same as it is. One drawn. Keep it again side. Again the box and again drawn. Number of red ball will be same. And this is answer. You can do it now. 4 by 9. 4 by 9. 16 by 81. Easy. Now second question ask. What second question is? Second question, the first ball is a black and second is red. What is the meaning of that? Black and red. Very easy. Again same thing. It was a with replacement. Events are independent. So I'll write it. B into R. You know the black ball are 10. 10 by 18. Red are 8. 8 by 18. Now you can find the answer. The third question is. What third question is? One of them is black. That's very good question. One of them is a black and second is red. What is its meaning? This is a box. 10 black, 8 red. One of them is one is a black and second is a red. Suppose first drawn we got a black and second drawn we got a red. And next possibility, or first drawn give us a red and second drawn give us a black. So both things will adopt here. Look at probability that one of the ball is red and second is black. Other is black. So what you will conclude? If first is a red, second is a black, or first is a black, second is a red. One of the ball is a black and second is a red. So both possibilities will happen, and or always replace with plus sign. So what is the meaning of that? P of R into P of B plus P of B into P of R, because both it is replacement, independent. Now you can put P of R meaning 8 red, 18, black was 10, 18, black 10, 18, red 8, 18. Now you can do by your own, you know that how to get the answer. This was so simple again, but logical question it was, so explained here. Now question number 14 I wish to do. Look at very again important question. Probability of solving a specific problem independently, A and B, A 1 by 2 and 1 by A. Suppose two students are there. A question is given to two students for solving, and definitely it is written that the events are independent. Definitely two boys are sitting. A question is given to two boys. Events are independent. Both will do the question, solve the question by their own ability. Definitely events are independent. So question says probability of solving the problem by first student A is 1 by 2. Probability of solving the question independently by second student is a 1 by 3. Now question asked here, look at, I tell you that given that A and B are independent event. I am not saying it is already given independent event, and P of A and P of B given. What question asked? Find the probability that problem is solved. Very good question. First question, probability that problem is solved. What is the meaning of that? Very important meaning. Problem is solved, it means that problem is solved by either A, first student, either by first student, or by second student, or by both. At least one can solve, problem is solved. So I would follow this language by A union B. That's very important thing. That problem is solved meaning problem is solved by one of the student, either A or B or both. At least one can solve, problem is solved. This one. And you know that when A and B are independent, what is the meaning of this? 1 minus P of not A, P of not B. P of not A is 1 minus 1 by 2. P of not B meaning 1 minus 1 by 3. So answer is 1 by 2 into 2 by 3. So answer is 2 by 3. That's simple. Now second question. Question second. Exactly one of them can solve the problem. Okay. Question says exactly one can solve. What is the meaning of exactly one can solve? One either A or B or both. That was this one, but this is a different one. Probability of exactly one can solve, meaning if A can solve, first student is solving, B cannot solve exactly one, or meaning plus, if B can solve, A cannot solve. Exactly one can solve. Very important sentence. Here it is at least one can solve. Here it is exactly one can solve. If A is solving the question, B cannot, or if B is solving the question, A cannot. And you know that A and B are independent event. So both will be independent event. So one can write it P of A into P of not B. One can write P of B into P of not A. P of A is a 1 by 2. P of B is 1 minus 3. It is a 1 by 3. It is 1 minus 1 by 2. Now you can write the answer 1 by 2, 2 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 2. So 1 by 3, 1 by 6 is a 2 by, look at, it's a 6, 2 and 1, 1 by 2. That's the answer. So very interesting it was. All the questions was given here. Now students, we have a last question I wish to tell you, 16th one. This looks actually good. So look at the question, 16th one. In a hostel, 60% of students read Hindi newspaper, 40% read English newspaper, and 20% both read Hindi and English newspaper. You know it, suppose A is event for people read Hindi newspaper. B is the event people read English newspaper. And when a percentage is given, it means it given a probability. 60% people read Hindi newspaper. P of A given. P of A 60%. 60% 6 by 100. 60 by 100. 6 by 10. 3 by 5. P of B is given 40%. 40 by 100. 4 by 10. 2 by 5. And both P of A intersection B both 20%. 1 by 5. I want to tell you one very important thing. You only judge from here that P of A and B are independent or not. I will check. Check their independency. Check their independency. Before solving the question, I want to check the independency. Look at P of A into P of B. 3 by 5 into 2 by 5 is equal to 6 by 25, which is not equal to P1 by 5, P of A intersection B. What you got? When P of A intersection B is not coming P of A and P of B, A and B are not independent. So this is very important conclusion we have obtained, which is actually not stated in the question, but we got from our knowledge that A and B are not independent. Okay, now what question asked here? A question asked that find the probability that she reads neither Hindi nor English. Neither Hindi and nor English. Always neither nor is followed by A naught intersection B naught. And if you are thinking that I can write like that, sorry, you're wrong, because this can be done only when A and B are independent, but this time not. So what you will do? This time you will do by your previous knowledge, De Morgan law. A naught intersection B naught can be written P of A union B whole naught. Then you can write 1 minus P of A union B. And you will follow the formula of class 11th. Don't write P of A union B equal to 1 minus P of not A into P of not B. This formula is applicable instead of P of A union B when A and B are independent, but already you have written A and B are not independent. So you will use the formula of class 11th. P of A union B equal to P of A plus P of B minus P of A intersection B. Now put the values, guys. P of A is 3 by 5. Excuse me, 3 by 5. P of B is 2 by 5. P of A intersection B is 1 by 5. Now please do by your own. I don't want to do it. 3 and 2, 5 minus 1, 4 by 5. Okay, I do it complete. So answer is 1 by 5. You have done it. Now, second question. What second question is? B. if she reads Hindi newspaper, it is given. Find the probability that she reads English newspaper. Now you have to recall your knowledge, previous knowledge. If she reads Hindi newspaper, meaning A is given. Find the probability that she reads English newspaper. We want to find the probability of B, meaning we want to find the probability of B when A is given. Do you remember that? We already have studied that. Probability that he or she reads English newspaper, already given that he or she reads Hindi newspaper. This is given. If she reads Hindi newspaper, which is given A, we want to find the probability that she reads English newspaper. So we want to find P of B upon A, and that is none else but it was P of B intersection A upon P of A. What we had seen this in last exercise, this has come right here. And P of B intersection A is none else but it is 1 by 5. And upon P of A is none else but it is a 3 by 5. So answer is 1 by 3. You got it. C question is very same. If she reads, this question may come in exam. Very important this. If she reads English newspaper, it is given that she has to read English newspaper, and we want to find the probability that she reads Hindi newspaper. So P of A we need to find out when B is given. You can use the formula same, P of A intersection B upon P of B. P of A intersection is 1 by 5 and P of B is given 2 by 5. So 5 and 5 cancel, answer is 1 by 2. So this is whole exercise which I wanted to tell you. The questions have told from my side only. Now you do your good attempt regarding that. So final exercise, I already have told you that last two exercises not in your new syllabus, only last exercise of your whole syllabus is remaining. So Bayes' law is one of the important theorem, and one of the question will definitely come from this exercise. Don't leave it. In next Sundays we'll come finish. Thank you.